Hello, and welcome to the stream. My name is JD Grosspitz, lead singer and streaming talent of Malignant Bear, and talent is especially ironic today because this is our second attempt at streaming Vermintide because we really screwed it up yesterday. We're live on this Wednesday, April 21st. It was supposed to be this Tuesday, April 20th, yesterday. We specifically wanted to play Vermintide because it had a brand new update that came out yesterday. I unfortunately had some technical difficulties with capturing the game in OBS. Turns out that if you try to play the game in DirectX 12, OBS doesn't like that, and it makes all the menus flicker like crazy, and all the UI elements as well. So that was no good from an epilepsy standpoint for potential viewers, so we couldn't have that. And even once I got that figured out, I forgot that it was Tuesday, and Tuesday means Steam doesn't work. Steam, like most other services, web services, servers, things like that, they do their maintenance on Tuesdays. I'm sure someone in IT could explain why that is. I assume it's because it's in the week enough that you've kind of got warmed up, you've dealt with any problems from the weekend, you do your resets, your maintenance, things of that nature, and then you have the rest of the week to make sure everything's tidy. So I guess it makes sense. But anyways, when Steam doesn't work, games that use Steamworks for their multiplayer don't work. And this game is always online. So when Steamworks goes down, the game goes down. So even if we had adjusted for that yesterday, I didn't want to stream where I was constantly being interrupted by the game going down. Thankfully, shouldn't be an issue today. The game has actually gotten some hot fixes since yesterday that fixed some other little bugs and stuff with it. So let's jump in. Of course, we're going to see the drop bear there because I'm running this full screen. Come on, game. Where you at? Do I have to capture it again? I know you're there. Come on. Okay, perfect. So anyways, as I was going to say, this game is, it's pretty demanding on your computer. I'm running this on Ultra 1440p, and this game is very intensive on both the GPU and CPU. The game looks pretty good, and there's a lot of AI elements going on with it too that tax the CPU as well. So I'm running it in full screen with the frame rate capped to 120, and I've turned some of the settings down. For the most part, it's on Ultra. I turned some things like shadows and sunlight and motion blur and things like that either off or down. Motion blur in general I always turn off. Devs, please quit putting that in your games. But anyway, I'm a little frazzled talking about this, like I said, because I was ready to talk about this yesterday. I had some puns planned. Obviously, yesterday was April 20th, 420. As the title of the stream is Chaos Wasted. This update is Chaos Wastes, and I had some clever puns planned for that. So I don't know. I might still do some of them. But yes, let's talk about this game, and I'm going to showcase some things here before we jump in and do some missions. This is Vermintide 2, Warhammer Vermintide 2, and this is Left 4 Dead in the Warhammer universe. So it's fantasy. The first game in the series was just you and your party of misfit heroes against the skaven, which are giant rats. In the sequel, there's skaven, chaos demons, and evil humans. And recently, not recently, I guess it was last year at this point, they added the beastmen as enemy types. And it's shorter missions, kind of like Left 4 Dead style, although each mission is longer than a Left 4 Dead chapter. In general, I would say each mission here is about maybe 2 Left 4 Dead chapters in length, or Left 4 Dead sections, I suppose. If you consider that there's like five sections per chapter, each mission in this is about the length of 2 sections, we'll go with. First person. Whereas Left 4 Dead is focused on gunplay, Vermintide is focused on the melee combat. There is 5 different character types, and there are 5 different characters in the game, and each one has different subclasses. In the original game, it just was what it was. You had 5 characters, and that was it. They all had different weapons, but that was it. In this, they added subclasses, and each one plays slightly differently, has different special abilities. So you can see I am playing as Sienna Fuegonasis, the Pyromancer, or Bright Wizard, as she's known. And you can see she has three different passives, or three different classes. They look slightly different. Some classes have access to different weapons than the others, and different subclasses have different access to even more different weapons. So there's lots of different variation in terms of how you play. So you can see I have different passives, different career skills, different perks, depending on which one I play as. So we'll go through and we'll look at these. We have Marcus Kruber, the Mercenary. This main class here, the Mercenary, is basically what he was in the first game. In general, all of the ones on the left is their sort of canon classes in the lore, what these characters were in the first game and what they are generally considered as far as the lore is concerned. There's lore for this game. It's messy. I've spoken about this before. Warhammer Fantasy doesn't exist as a setting anymore, which is why we're allowed to get games like this. Anyways, Kruber, his basic class, deals with cleaving attacks. He uses pole arms, and can also use sword and board and a couple other different attacks like that. One of his sort of what-if classes is the Huntsman. It has more focus on ranged weaponry and hardly any bonuses towards his melee abilities. And the Foot Knight is just a straight-up tank. He is focused on sword and board or mason board and takes less damage and has more stamina that you use when you block. Next we have Bardin Gorikson, the Dwarven Ranger. His base class does a little bit of everything, which is nice. One of his what-if classes is the Tanky Ironbreaker. Again, more focused on axe and board or mason board. And of course, the Slayer dwarves in Warhammer are known for some of them being slayers, which means that they go into combat, sometimes in the lore completely naked, because they want to die in the most glorious fashion. And that is the case for Bardin in this, hypothetical, what if he was a slayer? He jumps around, does more damage the longer he's attacking enemies, does more damage the lower his health is, and focuses on very fast attacks. Next we have everyone's favorite elf waifu bait, Carillion. Her class from the first game, the Waystalker, is focused on, again, a little bit of everything, sort of all around. She has more ammo capacity, more arrows, and can zoom in with her bow attacks and regenerates health. In general, very strong. Waifu bait aside, she is the class to go for if you're trying to solo this game, which you can absolutely do. It's designed to be played multiplayer with other people or with bots. There is challenges out there where people solo levels, and Carillion is usually the choice to do that with. She's quite strong. One of her what-ifs is the Handmaiden. This is her tank class, essentially. And we have the Shade, the Dark Elf Shade. And this is based around melee attacks, speedy melee attacks, and attacking from behind. She can go invisible. Next we have Victor Saltzpyre, Bless This Ravaged Body, the Witch Hunter. This is his class from the first game. He's pretty quick. He can tag enemies so they take more damage, and focuses again on kind of speedy attacks. The Bounty Hunter is more focused on ranged combat. He's a little bit heavier. And then you have the Zealot. This is almost like the Slayer. He does more damage, lower his health is, and is a little bit kind of slower and heavier. And then with Sienna, it's just 3 caster classes, and it's basically just different passives and abilities they have. Except Unchained. Unchained is very interesting, and we'll talk about why that is, because she has a unique mechanic. So for all of the characters, you always have 1 melee weapon equipped and 1 ranged weapon. And there's a bunch of different melee weapons in the game. Again, each class and each subclass has their own. There is item levels on gear, stats on gear. So you have 1 melee weapon, like I said, 1 ranged weapon, and they all have different abilities, different attack patterns, different styles. And for ranged weapons in this game, most of them activate with ammo. And ammo is very rare. You find it only sometimes in levels, which means most of your abilities are going to be, or most of your fighting is going to be with melee weapons. Sienna is the exception as a wizard. She, of course, doesn't need ammo. Instead, she is bound by the Winds of Magic, which means that all of her attacks damage her in the way of overcharge. So you can see I'm attacking this dummy, and the little bar in the middle of the screen is my overcharge meter. The more you use her ranged attacks, the higher that goes up. And one of her classes, the Unchained, gets stronger the higher their overcharge is. The downside, of course, is when your overcharge gets too high, you die. Here in the little hub world, you don't die, you just explode. But that is something you constantly have to watch, is Sienna. Her ranged attacks are very strong, but you have to constantly manage her overcharge. So again, you have ranged attacks. The staff I have is just damage over time, basically. I haven't played this game in almost 2 years now, so I don't know what the meta is anymore. This was pretty good when I stopped playing. I'm hoping it still is. But it has a base attack, does damage over time, or you can make it explode, which does more. And then here my melee weapon is the Crow Bill, and it's basically just a pickaxe. You can see pretty quick damage numbers popping up on enemies. You can block. See the little shields there in the middle of the screen. That is your stamina. That goes away when you either push or block an attack. You can also dodge a little bit. Maybe Sienna can't. I can't remember. It's been so long. I know Corellian can. Maybe it's just a her thing. Enemies come in different sizes and types, just like Left 4 Dead. You have your basic little clan rat skaven, they're called, or sort of chaos humans. They're super weak, unarmored. They die in mass. You will kill hundreds of them per level. And you have your specials that have different unique abilities that are just designed to wipe your team. And then there's sort of a middle ground between those, and those are the black skaven. They're called black rats. Can't remember what the official lore term is for them. They call them different things in game. They have their own little voice lines calling things out. They have armor, so you can see I do significantly less damage to it than I do to the unarmored one. In addition to your weapons, you have bombs that you can use, and different types of potions, and healing items, just like in Left 4 Dead. And there's different objectives and stuff in levels. There is a ton of systems in this game. I'm here in the little hub world. This is the Tal's Horn Keep or something, I think it's called. There's a bunch of neat little things here, like Brillian's quarters is here in this tree. Check that out really quick. And you can unlock cosmetics. Maybe we'll check it out if I can get up there. There's little cosmetics you can get by playing and getting achievements that you can change up how things look. You can see we're in Crillian's quarters. It's very sparse, very Spartan. That's how she likes it. Paintings you can get for different achievements. Barden's, he lives up there. Saltspire in the basement. Sienna in the burnt out room there. And Kruber overlooking the mountains. Sigmar Heldenhammer. Bronze Loner. He is our driving force of the game. He tells us what we have to do. So the new thing they added here is the Chaos Wastes, and it is a roguelite mode where you go in and you just keep going until you die, basically, and you get some special rewards for that. We'll check that out later on. I'm going to do one sort of base mission to talk about just this game in general. Because like I said, it is fantasy Left 4 Dead, but it is a little bit different. And the differences are crucial. Again, it is melee focused, and I would argue it's a lot more skill focused than Left 4 Dead is as well. There's a lot more going on here that you need to keep track of. Spoils of War is a little loot box system. You cannot buy them. You get them for completing missions. That's how you get gear. Or you can also craft gear. So you can see here in our inventory system, we also have talents. As you level up, and then the cap is 30. You get some different talents you can pick. They're different for every class and every subclass. So again, build variety here. You can do different things depending on how you want to play. There's a crafting system. So you can salvage items you get that are worthless and make new ones. Craft things if you want to try that out. And I didn't save enough materials to actually craft anything. You can re-roll the properties on items. So, if you get something and you're like, I don't want 5% attack speed, you can re-roll that to something else. Reroll the traits, that's the other ability down there. You can see this item increases my duration of potions by 50%. I can re-roll that if I want to. Traits are only on orange items. You can upgrade items to the next rarity and change how your items look. So there's illusions, so they look a little bit cooler. There's also cosmetics. Again, these are earned entirely through in-game stuff. There is some cosmetic DLC, but again, it's pointless, and it just changes how your character looks. So there's lots of stuff you can do with this. You can see again, I'm Sienna. That's what I look like right now. These cosmetics and gear I have equipped. And I'm playing Sienna for one very specific reason. She's good, but the main reason I'm playing her is I'm going to be doing just bot matches with this. This game has been out for almost exactly 3 years now. There's been people that are playing it that entire time. They're very good at it. They have the routes optimized. And while they're fun to play with, matchmaking in this game is pretty enjoyable, and the community is pretty nice. As someone who hasn't played in a while and who is streaming this, I want to kind of take my own pace and not potentially ruin their game. I want to be able to take it a little bit slower and talk about things. We'll just be going in with bots. And the bot for Sienna is notoriously terrible. So I'm going to play her just so we don't get stuck with the Sienna bot. Before we jump into missions, there is little challenges, and these are just rewards that you can earn strictly through playing the game. We'll ignore them for now. But I'm going to go ahead and we have to do a custom game to host this on our own, just so we make sure we get bots. So we'll host private game. You can see here's all the different chapters that we have. Helmgart is the base game. Drachenfels, Bogenhafen, and Return to Uberschreik were some of the DLC. Uberschreik was the first game, as was Drachenfels, so they brought these back. You can see here, a bunch of different missions in each of these. And so this is what I mean. Like this mission, Righteous Stand, is about the length of probably 2 of the sort of sections in a Left 4 Dead campaign. So there's a lot of gameplay here, and much like Left 4 Dead, it is totally random what sort of enemies you're going to be fighting in a level. The AI director will throw different things at you depending on how good you're going, how fast, how slow, what items you'll find along the level, how many different enemies, what types of them. So there's lots of variation here. If you think there's only a couple levels, don't worry about that. Just for the sake of jumping in and giving an example, I'm going to go to the Horn of Magnus. This is the first level from the first game. They brought it back for this one. Everybody knows this level because everybody played it to death in the first game. It's pretty long, but everybody knows it. It's fairly easy. So we're going to jump into that. And let's see, just do Veteran. On Champion and Legend, there is Friendly Fire for ranged weapons, which can be pretty brutal. There's a lot less pickups and enemies are significantly harder. Because I haven't played this in 2 years, we'll just do Veteran. Cataclysm is a newer thing. I don't even meet the requirements to do it, so we'll do Veteran for the first game here. Alright, so Horn of Magnus Veteran, play, private host game, and we'll see what this does. It's a hosting game. So once you set that up, and there's hotkeys to do that. You don't have to like come up here and do this every time when you're in the hub world. Just do it this way. Let's go over here to the Waystone. Once your whole party is in, it starts.
Here we are again, Magnus Tower. Now, don't get carried away killing every little rat that crosses your path on the way to sounding that ridiculous horn.
So there's a little bit of lore with every level. She's talking about the fact that we've been here before. This was, again, the first level from the first game. I can't remember why this is back in this game. I'm sure there's some reason for it. Again, it's been a while since I've played. So. I do have the gamma cranked up on this. It's a very dark game, so if you're looking at this and you're like, Warhammer Fantasy's not supposed to be that bright, I did that for stream purposes. It naturally tends to be a little bit darker when you stream, just due to the conversion, so I cranked it up. So you can see here's my bots. It picks them randomly, as far as I know, and it picks them based on the classes I've set. So here we have Ruber. She's got a big two-handed sword, Corellian with her glaive, and Barden with his two-handed axe. So, a little disappointed it picked Barden with that. I was hoping he would be the Ironbreaker. That's okay. Game has wonderful voice acting, all of it fully voiced, all the characters, all the rats. So you can see my AI companions, they're going to go through and kill stuff. So these are just basic clan rats here, little ones. Just want to aggro a couple of them, get them to come to us.
You're in for it now. Or maybe you're not.
So I should have mentioned, this game is exceedingly violent. Lots of things are going to die in just glorious fashion. That noise? Just clan rats. Okay. So you can see lots of blood. This Warhammer, it's very dark. In terms of tone and lighting. So again, that's why I cranked it up. It does the Left 4 Dead thing, where when things are getting intense, the music will change. So you'll know when I'm about to get some more intense enemies. You can hear the call-outs. There's a unique enemy here. The gun rats. See the AI companions just hide from it. It's one of the assassin rats, the black rats. You can deal with that. Get a lot right off the bat. It's probably because I'm going pretty quick. Like I said, it's the UI, or not the UI, the AI does change based on how good you're doing. Or how bad you're doing sometimes. They make things a lot harder for you. Get the little kill feed up in the top right. Treasure chests, that's where your unique items are. Hear the skaven yelling, which means we're getting attacked by a horde. If this was a higher difficulty, I would definitely want to be running and hiding in a corner, just to create some kind of kill zones, basically. Make things a little bit easier, less likely to take damage. Unfortunately, the bots don't do that very well, so there's no point in trying for it. This game is incredibly frantic and fast-paced, as you can see. You can see I have taken some damage. My health is the green bar in the bottom, and the white bar is temporary health, and you gain that from various effects throughout the game. Let's see if I remember this, it's been so long. I've been looking for an excuse to jump back into this game, because I did love it, but just for various reasons. I took a break from playing it, and when this update came out, Chaos Wastes, I decided that was the opportunity to get back in, finally. Kill feed there in the top right. Some ammo for the bots. They use it, I don't. It's another special. So every character has, in addition to their passives, they have special abilities. Mine is I throw out that little skull thing that goes for headshots automatically. It's really effective against armored enemies and specials. The recharge is pretty quick. It's the purple bar down there at the bottom. It's a little hard to see. Carillion right now has a similar ability. It's a true flight arrow. Can't remember what Krubers and Bardens are. Right.
Is this the right way? Who knows?
So here we have a rat patrol. You want to deal with them. Through a bomb. So we got a horde at the same time. The game loves to do that. Again, AI director. It will throw as much at you as it can. It wants you to lose. See, there's just a mess of blood on screen. You can hear my allies are calling out the different specials. He said a Gath Rat, that up there. You can mark them, which is helpful, especially for gas rats because they throw crap and you can't see them then. There's another one, dead.
They'll be waiting in the shadows. Then
my allies. There's all sorts of little secrets and side objectives in these levels. You'll get used to them as you play. I remember this one, again,
There's a bomb.
picked this level for a very specific reason. So, what's in here? There we go. Oop. Oh, they moved it. I was going to say there used to be... Or did one of them get it? No, I guess not. So there used to be a tome here. And tomes and grimoires scattered throughout levels, they're rare. They're always in set places, but there's only a couple of them.
Back on these streets a
They
lot
give you
sooner than
extra
I
rewards at the end
expected.
of a level. Pretty sure there's one up here, though. Oh boy. You can hear the assassin rat somewhere around. Yeah, they did change this, didn't they? Ditched art. I don't know what that is. That's a new thing.
Oh, you cursed assassin!
So you can see the assassin rat, he'll jump on me. Trying to think what the Left 4 Dead equivalent is. What else is around? We didn't kill him, yeah, he's still up there.
Backstabber!
There we go, dealt with, okay. So yeah, this is tricky because you always want to keep moving in this game. The longer you take, the more likely the game is to kind of shower you with hordes and specials. I'm healing specifically because I'm low, and we're about to get to a difficult part. Of course, we get a horde right before. Again, I'm playing a little careless. I'm not 100% focused on the game right now. I will say the first game, I completed the entire game, every single mission on the hardest difficulty, including the DLC. Many of those missions solo. In true solo, I mean, I spawned in, killed the bots, and did it. It's just been a while, so. If you're thinking, boy, JD's terrible at this game, I assure you I'm not this bad. Just gotta get back into the groove of things. So there's little events in each level.
I might have broken the illusion.
As you can see, there's a Chaos Warrior, big, heavily armored. They usually come in sets of one, as opposed to the Black Rats come in usually packs. So here we have a little event and Chaos enemies. That's interesting. So we've just been seeing rats up until this point. Again, in the first game, it was just the rats. So for this event, there is a constantly spawning horde. And while they're spawning, we need to get these barrels over here to this door, blow it up to get through. Do that by picking them up and moving them. They respawn over there constantly. And again, every level is a little bit different. They have different events like this that you have to do to get through them. So you can see the skaven popping up out of the sewers, coming from over the gate, where we came from as well, all over the place. This normally takes some coordination to get through. There's Kruger using his ability. Again, audio cues for all of it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I hear it. So this is one of those games where even if you get good at the combat, the big thing you need to learn is what the different enemies look like and sound like, especially. Audio is a major part of this game. Game is fantastic in surround sound. I have it tuned down to just stereo right now so that it actually captures on stream. YouTube's weird about that. If you like stream a game in surround and then it has to downsample to stereo, sometimes it just doesn't work. So I am playing at a slight disadvantage there as well. I'm used to playing this in surround. So my allies will come over the wall here. The bots are good. They'll pick up different
There's
items.
a spark of magic in the air.
And again, there's different secrets and stuff around here. They move some of them around from the first game, so sometimes it's little jumping puzzles, little hidden areas like you saw before. The black rats, you want to go for headshots. You can basically ignore their armor. Different weapons have different attack patterns, and also depending on your movements as you're attacking. Charge your attacks up. So again, lots of variation in what you do and how you do it in this. The bots are dumb. They won't use the potions or bombs they pick up. They'll just hold on to them, and they'll automatically pass them to you when they use, or when you have a free spot. So yeah, I'm not using too many ranged attacks, just because the staff that I have isn't ideal for killing hordes. It's more focused on specials. And we're getting lots and lots of hordes. So we've got another little horde coming up here. This game is fun. The bots are smart too. When they recognize that we've found healing, we can't hold anymore, they'll use what they have and then pick up the stuff, just like human players would ideally do. So the bot AI in this game is not bad. Again, the biggest issue is that the bot AI can't handle Sienna, the Pyromancer. It basically doesn't use her abilities or her staff at all, which is really weird unless they fixed it. So if you're doing solo, you pretty much have to play her, which is kind of a shame. Jeez. Very violent. Which is, I suppose, the point. Is there still a secret up there? No, they moved it. Okay. Yeah, there used to be, there's a secret over there in the first game version of this level. And another one in here. Trying to remember. Ooh. Loot die. So you can see if you find those throughout levels, that gives you higher chance of better loot at the end. And again, loot is just the loot chests that you open up back in the base. Run through this pretty quick though. This is one of the longer levels in the game. I know it doesn't look it now because I'm tearing through it. Again, I could draw this level from memory. This was the one most people ran in the first game, constantly, to get better loot. The first game was a lot more simplistic, less enemy types, no subclasses, less gear, no leveling. The second one is better in literally every way. It's a fantastic sequel. Going on here. Where are they at? So you can hear the patrol. We have plague monks. They're lightly armored, but they do a ton of damage and attack very quickly. So you can see, even here with the black rats, some of them have shields, some of them don't. Some variation there. And that determines how you have to fight them. All of them do a ton of damage, though. You don't want to get hit by them, like I did. Some assassin somewhere. Again, audio cues. There it is. So Kruber got it. So that's good. Okay, finally. There's a long horde there. So again, you want to aim for headshots.
Close.
It's pretty easy to in this game because rats, for the skaven for the most part, are shorter than you. So you don't even have to like look up to get a headshot. Headshots for them are right in your middle vision. Black rats is a little bit higher. They are human size, basically. And harder for chaos because they are human size. They're just people. Haven't seen any beastmen yet. I don't know if there are any in these missions. Beastmen came in with the Winds of Magic update last year, which was very divisive among the community in more ways than one. It's a separate, different game mode, and the rewards don't transfer over to the main game type, and so nobody plays it, and you can't use bots in it, so it's pretty much completely dead. Especially now that there is a third game type, the Chaos Wastes. Although for that one they learned their lesson, and you know, rewards do transfer, and you can use bots in it as far as I know.
This will test your endurance, Lumberfoots.
Krillian famously calls all of her companions Lumberfoots and Mayflies, where she is an elf, an immortal elf. Barden is a dwarf, but everybody else is humans. Oh boy.
Get out of its firing line.
It's a sack rat. You want to kill them, they drop more loot. And sometimes loot die like that. There's ammo. Let's see, yeah, the bot was smart enough to heal up there, which is good. And this is the end of the level. You can tell this is the objective we wanted to go for. And you always know when you're getting close because there's a lot more pickups that you can get before the end. They always want you to be as prepared as possible. Let's see, I'm gonna use this
You
Barden.
need this, Barden. No arguments.
And this one on Corellian, if I can. And I guess that healed everybody. Okay, that works. I guess I have some passive that heals when I heal people.
Hello,
Which is
little
cool.
person. Would you like to be friends?
So sounding this horn is going to summon a bunch of Skaven, a big horde event to end the level. And of course the smart play here is to just hide in a corner so that they only have one angle of attack on you.
Facing the horde, just like Cousin Ockree at Carrot 8 feet.
You will see they will come in everywhere in this area. We cannot leave. We're stuck here until this ends. This takes a couple minutes, so lots of just wanton murder here. There is a score screen at the end of every level. Tells you who killed what and how much damage you took. All that fun stuff. Okay. I got some kind of achievement there, it said in the chat. We're getting some chaos enemies. You can see they're just gross looking humans. Some of them have shields, which is annoying. There is bosses in this game. Each chapter ends with a big boss fight. They're always a bit of a gimmick. And there's potential in each level for rat ogres, which are giant tank-like enemies, basically. Just like tanks were in Left 4 Dead. Since we're playing on just veteran, most of the specials died before we had a chance to see what they could do. But off the top of my head, there's the ones that throw poison gas, there's the ones with the guns, ones that can hook you and drag you away, ones that jump on you, the assassins. I don't think what else. There's ones that explode, the chaos ones. that one teleports and hooks you. See, it's clicking when I'm getting headshots with my staff. But again, it's not very effective against individual enemies like that. It is meant for killing specials like this. So for horde enemies, melee weapon all the way. Kill more.
The lifting mechanism.
So where is it? There's the gas one. There's the gun one. What else might have got spawned in? We'll have to see. You can see the level opened up. We get to go back, and then we have to take the elevator. The bots are too stupid to come down here. Thankfully, it just teleports them for you.
It seemed harder than before.
So I have some cosmetics on these characters. Brilliant set to look like she does in the first game, because I like the furry shoulders. Or feathers, I guess? I don't know. Anyway, I think they're cool. It fits her lore better as being a forest elf ranger.
No cards today, my bonies. Cluster around the portal. It'll only steal a little bit of your souls.
So that was the level. Again, a little quicker than it... I mean, not as quick as it could be. There's people who could tear through this in a matter of minutes. But a little quicker than probably your first playthrough of this would be. So you can see you get XP for every mission. Get close to level 20 and another talent point. So you always get Spoils of War at the end. And the quality of that Spoil of War is based on what you did in the level. So, we got some spoils. We'll see what's in it once we get back to the base. And here's the scoreboard. I got a lot of kills. Killed all. You can see the little green circles designate who was the leader in every category. It was me, and everything except damage taken I took the most. Nobody died, so no revives. And no monsters. So monsters are the big enemy types. Again, the rat ogres. We didn't see any of those. No, Kruper beat me on ranged kills. Like I said, I didn't go for too many. But we'll go back to the keep and check out our loot. Boy, rewards to claim as well. Again, there's hotkeys to do all this stuff. I can't remember what they are offhand. Don't feel like looking. Challenges did I get? Gotta slay 1,000 enemies with the crowbill. Alright. So I got an illusion, so I can change the appearance of my crowbill. Nothing else there. Okay. Let's see what loot we got. So again, you get these either by doing the challenges that are in game, and all of them are just things you'll get naturally. There's a couple weird ones that you might have to go for specifically, but for the most part, challenges are things you'll just come upon, and then again, you get spoils every time you finish a level. And you have to finish the level. If you fail and die, you don't get anything. Biggest complaint with this game is, in addition to failing and not getting anything, other than some character XP, is if the host leaves. This game does not have this game has private servers rather than dedicated ones. So if your host leaves, you're screwed. You don't get anything. That's another reason why I'm just hosting private games for this, because I didn't want to be beholden to that. But you can see it was a low-level chest, low-level gear. This is all stuff that we'll just scrap.
I had a message from the Bright College, Sienna. Seems they want their stuff back.
Then you haven't seen me, Loner. Understand?
Little bits of lore in the game. It's all fun. So we just want to salvage these items. Again, it's all junk. I'm not even looking at it. White items, totally pointless to me. But you can see I salvage those. If we want to craft something... I don't have scrap to craft anything, never mind. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to do any of the Winds of Magic content, just because I can't. Those require a full party, and apparently it's not very fun. I stopped playing not long before that came out, and haven't touched this game since. And not because Winds of Magic was bad, just other things in my life prevented me from playing. So we are going to change up though, and we're going to go with Barden. And I'm going with Barden, so he's tanky. For some reason, the bots choose his other class when they play as him. Don't know why. So let's check out Chaos Wastes as Barden. All the characters move at pretty much the same speed, as far as I know. Barden is obviously shorter, lower to the ground. He's a dwarf. Different weapons, different abilities. So you can see I'm using dual hammers with a reduction in block cost. So even dual wielding, I'm still the Iron Breaker. I'm still the tank class. Dual pistols. They're one of the few other ranged weapons in the game that operate off the overcharge system, just like Siennas do. And then I have these same special items equipped as well. My talents, again, he's built for tanking. That's what we're going for. Not much else to go for there. So I've never done this. As far as I know, yeah, all this other stuff is just kind of the flavor items around the keep. Alright, embark on a random expedition, earning a bonus reward upon completion. Quickest way to find a party. Custom game. Twitch. So this is a cool feature for this game. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on YouTube. You can connect this to your Twitch chat, and your Twitch chat has the ability to summon different enemies, different boons, or negative effects for you as you go through. They get to vote on it. It's just integrated into Twitch, and you'll see it as you're playing then. It's a really cool feature. Again, doesn't work on YouTube, unfortunately. But, alright, so we'll do Veteran again. We're going to host private game one more time. I guess this is the only thing that I can do. Looks like this, it says it changes in 12 minutes, 11 minutes. I don't know what that means. Alright, whatever. We're just going to jump in with this. Like I said, I have no idea what this is. It literally just came out yesterday. That mission you just saw, the Horn of Magnus, was the first time I've played this in 2 years. So, I haven't played this yet. I'm going to take a water break because I've been talking nonstop for 50 minutes. Like I said, I didn't intend on streaming today. I wanted to do this yesterday when this was brand new. And could have taken a little bit more time with it. But, yeah. BRB. Alright, so, yeah, we're just gonna jump in. I don't know what to expect from this at all. But we'll see.
Every journey through the Chaos Wastes is different. Your pilgrimage cannot be paused, only abandoned. A halo indicates a cursed place in the thrall of the Chaos Gods. I'm sure you'll do just fine.
Okay, so we get to pick, I guess, where we're gonna go. Alright, that's where we start. And, oh, there's different effects for each level. Okay. Skaven and Chaos, get more Pilgrim's coins. More hordes. We'll try this one. So obviously there's nobody else to vote except me. So you just pick a thing, and then it tosses you there. See how this goes. In hindsight, I should have checked something in the options before I jumped in. I wanted to turn on highlights around the allies for the entire game. Shows up sometimes, but I want it all the time. Let me see if I can do that now. Let's see. Doesn't... Oh, I do have that set differently. So I have it set to just not play Sienna. Okay. That's weird. Maybe that was a mod. Because there used to be... I guess there still is. There's mods for this game. Oh, always on. There we go. That's what I want. Okay. So there's mods for this game. And there's some that are sanctioned, which means the developers, Fat Shark, allow them on official games. So for any unsanctioned ones, you can only do them in custom games. Sanctioned ones work in just regular quick play. So you can have them, other people can't, doesn't matter. You'll just see what you have on yours. And they're pretty much all just UI changes.
No Chaos God watches over this place. At least, not yet.
So you can see I have dual pistols, and they operate with the overcharge system. Hammers.
Lumbering around. Come, Stunner. My sustainable value.
Can't remember what my special is.
Again! I can take it!
I got pretty close to max overcharge there. So again, I would die if I hit max overcharge.
Oh, you'll have to teach me that.
So this is a whole new map and level. I've never seen this before. I guess it's unique to this game mode.
And once again, Loner sends us off on a fool's errand while he stays safe.
It's worked so far, hasn't it?
I'd still like to drag him out into the real world. Preferably by that ridiculous mustache.
You're in a fine mood today, then.
What is that? Will I die if I go down there? Let's go down there. Let's see what this is. Exchange your weapon. What? Why would I want to do that? Oh, it costs money. Okay. I don't have any Pilgrim's coins, so I guess I can't do that. Okay. So again, this is all new. It uses your character's levels, gear, all of that. But it's different than the base game. It's shorter levels as far as I know, and there's little modifiers like that you can find as you go through.
Look, one of them black rats.
Snap, plague rats. Okay. Where? One of the tactics in this game, what I remember, is just to run around and constantly hit T, and that's what marks things. So, okay, good. The AI was smart enough to pick up my bombs, which is good. Coins. I don't know if those carry over to other levels or what. Let's see, there's another potion there. They'll grab that. I already have one. What else is there? It's the first game in a while we've played that uses a mouse and keyboard. And Seek Divine Boon. I don't have enough for that. I don't know what this is. Beat the Guardian. Okay. Ooh, okay. So here we have one of the bosses. Let's It's a Storm Fiend. You can see it has it's a health bar up there. Has little flamethrowers. Does tons of damage. Okay, went down pretty easily though. Again, we're on a
Don't
lower
leave your
difficulty
reward
setting.
behind.
So kind of natural that we would just tear through stuff. Coins down here. I don't know what these are for, but I want them.
So, was that really necessary? I believe so. Yeah, well, I don't. Pack it in. Please.
Nearby ally increases power. Fire damage increases. That seems good. I wonder if they'll pick their own powers. I don't. I hope so. Seems like it might be helpful, or maybe just I get them. I don't know. Again, no idea how this works. Stone. Grindstone. What the point of that is? This might just be flavor. I don't know.
Don't lose heart. Fight on. And the way
Objective
will
survive. Okay. What else do we have here? Explodey barrels you can throw out. Coins. Blood coating the screen, it's hard to see. But yeah, I don't play too many first-person games on stream, because I know that can cause motion sickness for viewers at times. So in general, I've been playing a lot of controller third-person games. Obviously this, first-person mouse and keyboard. Guess we get on here? I don't know this level. It's all brand new. So, yeah, this looks fine. Coins, don't want to go in there. It's a rat ogre. They can knock you back into things, which will kill you. No, drop coins, cool. Okay. Find the Cairn Gates. Where is it? Is it up there?
Blimey, bit exciting hereabouts, isn't it, sir?
The world seethes with challenge for righteous souls.
No, I don't mind that, sir. Just wish it'd leave me alone for a bit, if you follow.
Which would you prefer? The challenges posed by the world, or those I would set you if you showed weakness?
Do you need an answer right away, or can I think?
Again, the characters have lots of little banter back and forth, so let's see what this does. Career skill gains 40% movement speed for a couple seconds. Oh, okay. So some of these are the ones I start with, right? Yeah. And then that I picked up along the way. That I did too. Cool.
We've a leech by the sound of it.
Get over there.
Right, from my arm.
You're not set, like dung tender dragging through the breeze.
No more
Spellcasters there, you want to deal with them pretty quickly. Temper my weapon. Nope, know what that does. Is my weapon already better than that? Oh, no, oh, okay. It gave me default gear. Ah, okay, I get it now. That makes sense. So it's using the types of items I have equipped, but just the most basic version of them. Alright. That's why I didn't use that first one I found, because I was like, oh, I already have orange, why would I want these other ones? Okay, so we get a new passive as we go along. I kind of wish, just for demonstration's sake, that I could switch characters in between this. Fortunately, I don't think I can. No. So the thing at the bottom is what we get for completing these levels. So we got plus 20% cooldown reduction there. So obviously we want to get there by the end. 10% crit chance would be nice. Let's do this one. Seems kind of neat so far. I'm curious what sorts of rewards we'll get at the end of all of this.
I believe the Chaos God's attention is on other mortals. Isn't that nice?
Cool level design. Again, these are all new just for this. They're based on levels from the base game. I'm gonna look around for stuff a little bit more in this one, so that I know what things look like.
A bit of black powder to even the score.
Take your time killing it, why don't you?
There's no indication on where we go, where we're supposed to go, rather. Just sort of explore around. This is exchange weapon. Yeah, I feel like I want a better weapon. Ooh, it's a random one. Okay. So I have a totally different weapon type now. That's kind of cool. Okay, it shows what my potions are, because these are new types of potions as well. Other than different from the standard ones the base game has. There's another special thing over here. It's this one. Random boon, and I can't afford it. It's a shame because the AI will not do any of these, probably. So I'm just going to be completely carrying them. I mean, I probably would be anyways, but even more so if they're just going to be using their base gear the entire time.
Which do you suppose would give a slayer the most glorious death?
This conversation is ridiculous. Heresy is heresy.
There might be something in that.
I'll block that path.
So again, for those who know Warhammer lore, Saltspire is the witch hunter. He hates heresy in all its forms. So Chaos, Skaven, Beastmen. Gruber is just a mercenary. Saltspire has hired him to help him out. Sienna is a criminal. She killed some people because they were worshipping Chaos, but she was arrested by Saltspire for it, and then freed when the Skaven attacked, because he realized that she could help. Barden is just looking for his family. He's just out wandering around. And Carillion was exiled from the Forest Elf homelands for reasons we don't know about. I don't think they've ever explained that one. And they all happen to be in the little town of Ubersreich during the events of the first game. And they banded together to fight the Skaven, because why not? And now they're still around in the second game, now fighting more things again, because why not? This game takes place in the end times, where the Warhammer universe is literally ending. Spoilers, Chaos wins in the end, and Warhammer Fantasy doesn't exist. Now it's Age of Sigmar. So it gives them freedom to do more things with this setting, which is kind of cool. Because everybody dies in the end, so it doesn't matter. You can create these characters, have them do fun things, because the end result is the same. So you can see with the shield, I have more stamina bars there, which makes me an even better tank. Not that I was actually tanking. On higher difficulties, you absolutely have to.
It's those gutter runner. Yeah, the gutter's ready for you.
Let's see.
It's a strangler. Don't let it grab you. You cannot escape that.
There's a mage somewhere around too, I can hear it.
Barbaric var handshake.
Aye. Weapon sucks. So I get a new ranged weapon. Ooh, okay. Gave me a completely different one again. So it's just totally random. It's the Grudge Raker. It's a shotgun. Very limited ammo. If I remember correctly, though, it does just an absolute boatload of damage. So we'll save that for specials. As you want to do anyways. I use the pistols on Barden because they have infinite ammo.
Fine start, Dory.
Begin trial. Defeat the Guardian. Where?
A war fire thrower. Kill the fruity before it fires. Oh, look. One of those.
Oh boy.
Go on. Again. I can take it.
Well done. The reward is yours.
Yay, we did it.
Deer is nearby.
Get that. After killing an elite with a melee attack, the next enemy you kill will explode.
Bet that's an assassin.
That sounds pretty cool. Let's do that.
Gas.
Let's go up here. Okay. Here.
The black storm ahead of us.
Move in here.
Stop us. You're welcome to bloody try. In Stevens.
Alright, so let's keep going through the level here.
Just supposing you could be a god, what would you be?
Brilliant the inscrutable, who silences fools who ask too many questions.
The world will cope without your wisdom, I'm sure. Our father's axe. It's a chaos warrior.
Deal with it later. I still can't remember what my special does. I think it's a taunt? I feel like it's a taunt? I don't know. In hindsight, I should have looked before we got into this. It doesn't say anywhere in-game now. Oh well. That's okay. I'm just glad the interface isn't glitching out every time I look at it. That was terrible yesterday. Apparently you have to run this game in DirectX 11. Who knew? Runs a lot better too. Push cost reduced by 50%. Neat, that thing I wasn't doing at all.
Keep fighting. The path will clear.
The packed swarm shall not stop us.
Use another sack rat. We want to kill this.
Sack rats, Corbett.
Actually, I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna heal. Just the lowest Carillion, probably. Carillion is incredibly strong when you play her. The bot, not so much.
Ain't that a beautiful shot?
So we're just gonna hang out right here. I know it's in the open. I assume that's probably where we'll go once this It's over, actually, so maybe we'll head up here. Monster. What? Why did it say that? Oh! Oh, they added this. Okay. That's cool. Get a little radial menu. So it used to be you just hit T on specific things, so specials and items, and it would mark them. Now you have this full radial menu when you hold it. That's cool. This game does have in-game voice chat as well. Another reason why we're not doing it with randoms. Who knows what we might hear. And low in ammo. Should have picked some up at some point, although I don't know if we even saw any. My only complaint with this so far is that this segment's just kind of slow paced. Again, admittedly, I'm playing on a much lower difficulty, but I'm not being stressed at all by this. I would like to fight much more. More blood for the blood god. There we go, something different finally.
Lighter armor on the head, brilliant. That's better. One less chaos for it.
So again, the characters will say different things based on what you're fighting, what's going on. Their banter is their best part, but they will call out different specials, how to fight different enemies depending on what's going on, different items that you find, and they just do that automatically, whether they're bots or humans.
Are an affront to the weave. As to how they came into being.
Oh, yeah, no, I know this one. It was all down to a plague of frogs. Or something.
Frogs? Frogs? I have never heard anything so ridiculous.
I love the voice acting in this game. It's so perfect. Let's get a different weapon. Big ol' hammer. This is cool because I can showcase different things. It's a much slower, much more damage. Still plenty of shields.
I hear a blight stormer. It must be silenced.
Let's go then. Where you at? Just want to keep going through the level. Why is it pointing all the way back there? The Cairn Gate is here. I hope it didn't bug. Okay, now we're good. 10% crit chance. That'll be good.
Miracles and boons can be earned from the shrines in your path.
Restorative gifts. We don't need any of those. We're all doing pretty good. Let's get an abundance of wealth.
Did you gather any pilgrim's coins? Offer them now and receive a boon.
Oh.
Or perhaps you'd prefer to buy a miracle for the whole party. You each have your own tally of coins. Spend them as you wish.
Oh, that sucks. I thought that this was just going to give me something, but no, you have to save up coins to get something. Okay. Well, we can see what some of these specials are. So Under Pressure we saw before. Career skill returns 10% of nearby allies' ability bars. That's pretty good. Pushing increases cleave by 50%. That's really good. Attacks cannot be interrupted. That's borderline broken. Using increased pilgrim coin gains by 50%. At the cost of taking extra damage. Next level elites and specials have a chance to drop pickups on death. Again, we can't afford any of these, but it's just kind of neat to see what's here. Okay. Again, it's just me, so the AI shouldn't be doing anything. Cursed by Corn. Do this one. Either way, we're gonna wind up there, so. Aware of hexed enemies, their fury enhances those who fight at their side. Alright. So the little special modifiers for the levels. That's cool. There's some gross coughing. Guy's glitched. He's climbing nothing.
Watch for enemy champions. Kill them swiftly and without remorse.
As opposed to...
Healing draft.
What? Jerk. I don't like Barden's two-handed weapons too much. They're too slow. Brubers are pretty quick, and Carillions are incredibly fast. There's a reason I have the glaive on her, even though it's two-handed. She is, in general, the speed character, which is what you want in a game like this. Is that one glowing? Was he hexed? Is that what that means? Okay. New weapon. Don't care about that. Let's do this though. Troll. Trolls regenerate, as they do in fantasy settings. You can see it's trying to there. Out of ammo. No. There's a cap on how much they can regen, thankfully.
Don't leave your reward behind.
Your patron
Oh, cool.
god.
Yes, it did.
I'm
Okay.
curious as to why you chose like that.
Max health increased.
But I doubt you'd understand.
Doesn't matter.
I want that.
I'll see you're not short of ale, so long as you hold true.
Can I afford a new weapon? We can. Alright. Not that I dislike the grudge. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll take that. Red is the highest class of items in the game. They're incredibly rare. Wow, okay. Consecutive attacks against the same target boost attack power. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll absolutely take that. Here's the other thing where I can check my powers. So in addition to that, ranged attacks now fire one additional projectile. So I'm double tapping with every single attack from this. That's awesome. Alright, we're going to ranged build now, I guess. And it's still only using the heat generated of one attack. Just like Sienna, you can vent your heat. If it gets above the first little tick on the bar there, it does damage to you when you vent it. If you want to vent it before that, if possible. To be bold. I just shredded that thing. Carillion is complete tsundere towards her teammates. She treats them like garbage, but actually likes them. So, and she's, you know, coy about it and all that. So. Random boon. No, I want a different melee weapon. The boons are nice, but I partially just want a different one because I don't like this, and partially because I want to showcase other things. Just so you can see how different things play in this. And I can get used to it again. I expect I will be playing this more off stream. Like I said, I love this game. Just for various reasons, I just didn't have enough time to play it, so I kind of stopped. Which is a shame because it's great. If we can get more of the band playing. They were all busy tonight. Some of them do own this though, and were interested in it, but yeah, neither last night or tonight worked for them, so that's why I'm doing this as we are. What's this? I want that. We get more coins and then remember where this is and come back to it. There's coins down here, right? Yeah. Need 240. Out of the way. So you can see it's very slow, which isn't bad. It does a ton of damage, but especially on a lower difficulty like this, I want the speed more than the damage. I'm gonna one-shot most things that I fight. Crap. Okay. Well, I just got a better hammer. What's it do? About that. Each headshot increases the damage of your next attack. It's not bad, though. But again, still hammer, still slow. We have another rat ogre coming. Recognize that yell. But where? Where is it? Screen shaking. It's getting close. There it is. It's now hitting me from behind. Oh, jeez. Okay. The speedy semi-rares, the Plague Monks, and the Chaos Berserkers are unironically the hardest enemy in the game. They are very fast, and your attacks can get staggered. So my foes are endless and escape. Where to? Guess this way? Haven't been here yet. I'm so glad there's no friendly fire. Well, I'm playing on the difficulty where there's not any. On higher difficulties, you will almost certainly, assuming you're playing with good people, even though they are good people, the most damage you will take is friendly fire. People who are good at this game can, you know, fight entire hordes without taking damage from them, but friendly fire it's hard to avoid. Come on, Kruber. Thankfully, since it's bots, they automatically teleport when you do, so I don't have to wait for them. No choice here but to do this. Volcano. Skaven and Beastmen, finally. I literally have not seen the Beastmen before, so I'm really curious what they're gonna be. Right, I guess maybe this time we'll save some coins, just so we can buy things after the next level. Looks like I get bonus options again. Although if there's weapons in this one to buy, again, I want to replace this thing. Oh boy. The different names of the beastmen is failing me right now. They have different types in the lore. Again, I don't know what's in this game from them. So the base types, it would appear. Basically Minotaurs. Coins, 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 coins. What's down there? No, definitely not. That. Okay.
These slopes aren't as deserted as they first.
Clearly. Boy, this is so satisfying, man. Ooh. Okay. An actual Minotaur this time. Again, I can't remember what the smaller ones are called. But, definitely want to avoid that. If I explode, that's it. When you explode as either Barden or Sienna, it does damage to things around you, but it does a lot more to you, obviously. Get through this horde so I can actually see where I'm going. Beastmen are too big to just kind of ignore.
Where things are going, we could use one of those gods of yours, Witelgi. Any chance of that?
Those who remain would as gladly skewer a dwarf as a skaven.
There's no need for that.
And how would your vaunted Grimnir look upon my kind?
With mercy, would you show deference?
Deference? To a bearded lunatic!
On second thoughts, maybe it's best to leave ancestors and gods out of this.
Aye, indeed.
Coins, that's what I wanted.
That assassin will trouble us no longer.
So that I could go back up here and get a different weapon, hopefully. 320. Close to that. 500 unique. Alright, we have to explore around and get coins.
Sounds like an assassin.
Because, yeah, that'll be another max power weapon, which we absolutely want. Let's see what else is over here, though. So there might be some more here. What? What's that mean? Some coins. Sticks away. Where is it? Come on. Alright, one more thing of coins. Where are you at? There's some over there. I don't think I can get back there, though. That's a shame. Is any, like, hidden around?
The Black Stormer, that is. Keep up your ear to
Did it go?
find David's slaughter.
Fat mages can teleport.
And Simon's doing won't be a problem now.
Not now, but, since he's dead. Is there a way back there? There's not. Okay. Just need to go forward at this point. If I find coins, like, close by that way. I'm gonna come back here. Get a red weapon for the finale, whatever it is. Be good. 6 away. Got a 2 for there. Another one. No, I don't want to go. I want coins.
That's the tread of a blight woman may apply. Stop things soon enough.
There has to be something I'm missing. Again, I'm not going to get another chance for a red weapon, I think, before the end. Yeah, it's a one-way trip.
That potion may serve.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, we could just wait until the game inevitably throws another rat ogre at us, and it'll drop some. Who knows how long that'll take. Lots of specials, though. It's throwing a ton of specials at us. Can I go up here, maybe? Is this a shortcut back somewhere? Whoa! Come on. Just need to go. Boo.
I hear a lot about a fella called Grum Brindle. Any ancestors gone?
We got the strangler.
There's a lot of gross dead bodies around here.
There's a Silas Doomy nearby.
I don't know what that is. Ungors, that's what they're called. That's what the base beastmen are. Yay! Is this way? Well, it's throwing a lot of the hook rats at us. Finally! Too late now. Can't go back. You have better weapons? I can't even use that one. Although, would it let me with this? No, it does, but yeah, I have way better than that. I'm literally not going to find a better weapon. Which is a good problem to have. Oh, okay. I guess they needed health, so they took it.
Leave the black rat to me. Black man. I can do this all day.
Skaven are so underwhelming compared to the Beastmen. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Ammunition. Thanks, Malaya.
Caught fire and died. Oh, jeez. Gruber's in some distress back there, isn't he? It's one of my favorite voice lines in the game. Uh-oh. this be? We have to go for it. Shield. I'll take it. It's better than what I had. I know some people swear by two-handers in this game. I'm not a fan of them. They're too slow. Again, with the exception of Brilliant's Glaive. And I use one on Kruber because his entire kit is based around cleaves, which two-handers do better.
Kill that scrub!
I didn't even realize that was another one. Usually they have red armor. But sometimes they have the, brown? Where did he go? What the... Okay, whatever. This game does have some weird little glitches in it.
To proceed, look for a winch.
I want to heal Saltspire.
Trust me, I'm a dab hand with a needle. Let my shield take the brunt, Ringrazzi.
Coins, definitely want that. There's a random boon. I'd rather save up the off chance we get another red weapon thing. I don't think I will, but... Oh boy. So, where is it? Again, it's all audio cues in this game. If it looks like I'm just kind of pivoting around and hitting things, it's because I'm hearing what's happening and the general direction it's coming from, so I know where to look and what weapon I need based on what's happening. Again, a lot like Left 4 Dead, but with obvious improvements in the genre. There's a lot more going on in this, both in terms of enemy types and your gear, your build, which is why I think it takes more skill in this. This game both has a higher skill floor and ceiling. Not that Left 4 Dead isn't great, but again, it's quite old at this point. This has done it better. I'm eagerly looking forward to this dev studio is doing Darktide, the Warhammer 40k version of this game. Got announced at the Game Awards last year, and we haven't seen too much of it since then, but that'll be a day one purchase and stream, absolutely. Probably for the full band, if I'm honest. A number of us are very excited for that game. And we don't all play games as much as we used to, even myself. It seems like otherwise, given that I stream. You're seeing pretty much the extent of my gaming a couple hours a week. So. But yeah. Every now and then a release comes out that all of us are collectively interested in, and that's one of them. Holy crap. So many of them. So let's see, the ones with the shields, you have to kind of stagger them and then try to headshot them.
What of it?
Are they real, or another of your amusements.
Would I lie about something like that?
That is the very question I wish answered.
I don't know. Sometimes are true. Sometimes they're not. Why does it matter?
Because I have seen something all too similar. I was trapped in a battle between two evils, and I glimpsed something.
Well, what kind of something?
That is the question, is it not? Perhaps it was nothing at all.
Just listening to the back and forth there again. This is all new. Every update for this game, there's all new voice lines, which is great.
That smell, like festering blood.
Kind of a drip feed of lore and character interactions. And again, the writing is it's perfect for the world that they're in. These characters make sense. Their interactions make sense. All of it. It's all great. Not a lot of choices here, huh? So what is this going to be? Temporary health is converted to permanent health. Last party member is knocked down. Aisha restores their HP to full and strikes down every nearby enemy. Wow. You can say Jade Sensor. It's deployed. Heals and strengthens your team. Or you can get boons. Okay. 10% attack speed would be huge. We're gonna go for it, just with what we have. And in the off chance that there's more boons in this last level. I have no idea what to expect. This might just be a boss fight. I just made a terrible mistake. We'll see. Again, it's our first time doing this, checking this out. Drink first before we jump in here. Beware pink fire. It's probably an Electric Six song by now, if it wasn't already. Fantastic band.
Healing for that!
Let us find out together.
Okay, so this is just fights. Alright, so I was dumb not getting a boon there. That's okay. Now we know. Are they literally just teleporting in on top of us? Can't hit those. This area's pretty small. Clearly cursed by Sneech. That's probably why the enemies are teleporting in. That's a Sneech thing. Sneech is the god of tricks and magic. It's a chaos spawn of the rares. Not sure what's going on. Maybe pick me up. Okay. It's not good. I'm more worried about the mage that's tickling me. Where did it go? Chaos spawn. Definitely want to kill that. Where is it? Oh, that's evil. I thought there was more coins. Not that they matter at this point. But, let's see who's lowest. I think Carillion. If I can find her. He jumped. Got some ups there, that's for sure. Where is it? I'm taking a lot of damage. So rusty. Falling right on top of us? Okay. Move then. I want to get someplace where they're not going to spawn on us. For at least a little bit of time to figure out what's going on. This is a lot of them. Alright, so the bots are good. They're just passing me bombs. Hey, the Sacred Scroll.
Another challenge awaits.
Did we win? Is there going to be some crazy boss fight here? We'll find out. Yeah.
For all of eternity? Doesn't look like much.
So I guess we won. Let's see what we won. Expedition of Fortitude. Full level from that. Let's see. Oh, Emperor's Coffer against the highest level chest. Got a couple of them. Retained coins carry over to your next mission. Well, I'll take that too. Oh, so you get even more chests. Cool. Wow, okay, that's a lot of loot. It's our scoreboard. Let's see, Krillian did a bunch of damage to monsters. She beat me in that. Gruber beat me in melee kills, just barely. Saltspire did next to nothing. Carried, though. Nobody died, but, alright. Well, that's pretty cool. I like that. Rewards to claim. I'm sure I do. Where could those be at? Let's see. Quests. Let's claim that. Handful of shillings. Okay, I don't... Is there like a claim all button? Can I do that? No. So shillings is a new thing they added. These used to give you low-level chests, and now there is a little cosmetic shop in-game where you purchase items with shillings, which is fine. Let's see. Is that new portrait, I guess? Yeah, okay. So again, lots of these are just little cosmetic things. There's a whole bunch of these that I can still do. Let's see what loot we got. So we have 1 commendation chest, 1 general's chest, and 2 emperor's coffers. You can see what quality of loot you're going to get before you open it. It's not bad. Full hits restore 5% of max ammo. Yeah, that would be pretty good if I used handguns at all. I'm at the point in the game where anything that's less than orange is worthless to me. Let's see. There's no open all. I was hoping they would have added that by now. Again, these are things I'm just going to salvage. 2 oranges. Okay. that's pretty good. I'm not going to replace... The trinket I have is amazing. So the power is just like the item level. You need higher power to do higher levels of the game. Crit chance, everybody wants it. And curse resistance, whenever you pick up grimoires, which are a rare item in some levels, they reduce your max health. Curse resistance saves you from some of that reduction. And grimoires increase the level of loot you get.
Lonely, even in a crowd, pardon. Well, you still have me.
Boy, that's creepy. That's a pretty good necklace, though. Might actually hold on to that. Looks like the rest of this is trash, though. Boo. And it gives you gear for the character that's opening the chest. So if you want specific items, you have to switch to different characters. But yeah, we got some cool stuff from that. Some new cosmetics. What's that? Oh, I have a different helmet equipped. Wasn't sure there. No, I like the one I have. And equipment. It's crafting. Let's get rid of this garbage. We don't want that. Full level items. Terrible. Who wants them? Yeah, I'm not going to replace that. I'll hang on to this. That's pretty good. I might have had that, though. I can't remember. This... might have to re-roll it. I'm just going to get rid of it. So you can see you get materials. So I'll showcase the crafting system here. So you can either craft just a completely random item or go for very specific things. And again, this is totally based on your character class. You can re-roll the properties of an item. So for example, this necklace, if I did want to use this and I'm like, boy, these stats, the properties, not very good. They're not much better. Thankfully, it's really cheap to do this. They've reduced the cost over the years, apparently. It used to be pretty expensive. That's not bad. From what I remember, again, it's been so long. And different items have specific different properties that they can have. And specific passives, whatever those are called. Traits, yeah. I know they have a name. Just gonna do this one or two more times, just kind of see what some of the stuff is. So you can see it's just kind of boring little passives. But you can plan your build based around the gear that you're finding. I don't know, that's not bad. We'll check out the other thing here. Oh. See, these are the different gods that can provide us with boons and missions. And this is the new cosmetic shop that they just added. Most stuff costs shillings, which is the currency you earn in game. There's a couple things that cost cash money. I have a ton of shillings. I'm not sure why. Like, I logged in yesterday and it just gave me them. Which I'm fine with. But see, again, these just change your look, which I think is kind of neat. So we'll see Kruber, different ones for your different classes. Kruber and Barden actually have a 4th class. I don't have access to it, it's DLC. They're eventually going to add a 4th class for everybody, but Kruber's was first to be a Grail Knight. And again, these are, if people are like, oh my god, the lore, how could an Empire man be a Grail Knight? These are just what-ifs, you know? Hypotheticals, like, what if Kruber was from, you know, a different region, basically. 25% more damage to the first enemy hit. His movement speed. Use shields to block warp fire throwers. Wow. Okay, that's pretty good. What does this one do? Steam gun. Okay. Max ammo, range power, carry 3 bombs. That's pretty cool. I might buy these. I'm probably gonna buy these. Switch to Corellian. Oh, that's still bugged. That's a shame. If you're using this skin on her, again, I have her set to look like she did in the first game. It bugs out sometimes. That sucks. But you can see, as I was saying, it's a two-handed weapon. It's incredibly fast. Or one-handed weapon, daggers, focused on speed, critical hits. And you see here I have, so I have actual gear that I've kept. And then you also have the default versions of items. So if, for example, something happens and you lose your inventory, if you are stupid and salvage it, you have at least something so you can jump back into the game. But, she has some different weapon types. One-handed axe, that's a new one. Dual swords, dual daggers, spear, glaive, great sword, that's a new one. Regular one-handed sword, and then the sword and dagger power combo. As far as her bows go, you have, this one does, what is it, poison damage? Just a regular bow and a fast bow. I think that's right, yeah. Yeah, it does poison damage. But you can see with her different careers, I have them just equipped with the default gear because it doesn't matter. She can still use all the same weapons, but some of them are different. So where is it this one? Yeah, she can still use everything. Oh, she has an extra one. So for example, the Dark Elf can use the crossbow. Which you can't really zoom in like you can with her bows. There's a lot more damage, it's a lot more direct. And Dark Elf is based around speed and stealth. So you can see variation within the classes here.
I'll always be with you.
Creepy. What else? So we saw Barden. I played as the Ironbreaker. But here we have the Ranger Veteran, and you can see he can't use the dual axes, but he can use everything else. He can't use the Drake fire weapons, the fire-based weapons. He uses just regular old guns instead. Or you have the Slayer, who can't use ranged weapons at all. Just not allowed. Instead, Slayer gets 2 melee weapons. So you can go into battle with dual axes and a hammer if you want. Or any of these combos. The choice is totally up to you, which makes it kind of neat. And again, they have different abilities. As you can see, as the Slayer, jump into combat, do damage when you come down, attack faster for a brief period of time. So there's lots of variation in this, even within just one character. So if you're interested in this game and you're like, I don't care about anybody except Saltspire. Saltspire's my man, there is different things with this. So he has all these different weapon types, different play styles, different talents, and then different classes within that. So here he can still use all these same weapon types, but this one is more focused on ranged. And this one is him as a zealot. It's this tanky class. Still uses every weapon type, but again, plays completely different depending on the abilities you have for him. So there's lots of cool stuff in this game, lots of things you can do with it.
All work out for the best.
It's a creepy little tirade there. Okay, so I talked non-stop through this for the past 2 hours going through this. Again, I love this game. I was excited to get back into it, check out the new content. I think it's excellent. This game was always great. It's still great. I will probably be playing more of this. Yeah. Let's go back up to the main base here. So I guess those coins carry over. If I do a new mission, I'll get those. See some of the other stuff up here. But yeah, this was Warhammer Vermintide 2. This game is 3 years old. Doesn't look it or feel it at all. They're still putting out content for it. From what they've said, I think
Good evening.
once Darktide comes out, their next game, they'll probably just finish up the extra classes for this, and then maybe some like balancing patches and things like that. But I think with Chaos Wastes, they're in a good place. That's essentially infinite content for this game, assuming you like the combat, which is the main draw of it. I didn't talk about it too much at all, but as satisfying as that was to see me cleaving through hordes of enemies like that, it's even more satisfying to play it. All of your attacks have so much weight and power behind them. This game is just a blast to play because of it. So in addition to it looking and sounding just completely visceral, it plays it too. So actually we'll go up here, check out the target dummies again. Break that door. You can play this with controller, and again, I assume it would have rumble and haptic feedback for all of that. But yeah, even with the target dummies, again, it feels right. This game has the best first-person melee combat in any game I've ever played, which it's not exactly a high bar, I know. The only other game that comes close to this is Dark Messiah, an older title built in the Source engine. You can do a lot of cool stuff in it. It's also first-person melee combat, sword and sorcery. Fantastic game. I'll probably play it on stream at some point. It's one of those games I replay every couple years. But yeah, this game and that have the best melee combat ever for first-person games. Todd Howard, I wish he would incorporate some of the things in this game into Elder Scrolls. It'd be great. Again, just the feel of all of it in this, it's so good. But yeah, check this out. It's Vermintide 2. It's been out for a while. Goes on sale not super frequently, but enough that it's, you know, worth keeping an eye on and checking out. Has tons of content. This latest update, Chaos Waste, was totally free. Everything that I did was free. There's character class, or the new character classes, yeah, they cost money. And some of the DLC is like more maps, and those cost money. But you can just totally skip those and do the base game. There's tons of content in that, and with Chaos Waste, it's even more. So it's an easy recommend, even if you don't care about Warhammer. Again, this game just plays so excellently. This is the true successor to Left 4 Dead, as far as I'm concerned. But we'll see. You know, Turtle Rock, or whatever they're called, is making their own, totally not Left 4 Dead 3. We'll see how that turns out and how it compares to this. But yeah, this was Vermintide. Before I lose my voice completely, let's swap on over to the outro. I hope, as always, whether you were here live or watching the VOD, do hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Again, always a pleasure to come back to this game. I do love it. But yeah, until next time, keep watching. We do appreciate that. And have a good one.